Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of In the Light of Isla podcast. This is a very casual episode today. I am all relaxed here with Ali, trying to get him off to sleep. It's the evening. Isla's gone up to bed with her dad. And yeah, I've been trying all week to get this episode filmed, and it's just not worked out. It's been a crazy week, but I just thought tonight I would try and get it done. Do you know what? I'm quite liking the vibe of it today. It's all cozy. This evening light is beautiful. So yes, hello. This episode is all about how to conserve your energy as a busy mum. And that I am. Here, Ali, would you like to play with my phone case? Anything that keeps them happy, right? Bob is just chewing on a bone, so if you hear that in the background, I am so sorry. Firstly, before we get into the meat of the episode, I guess you could call it, I just want to have a little bit of an honest chat, because I have found this week quite tricky. It's been a big week for me in my business. I've got a lot done, a lot published and on the website for my course. My testers have started the course, which is so exciting. But it's been half term basically, and Isla's not been at nursery long, so it's her first half term, and she's going from going to nursery 3 days a week to then having a whole week off. I mean, I think she's found it pretty difficult. And last Monday was a bank holiday, so I feel like just the change of routines just frazzled her, and the night times have been really tricky. She's been like waking up screaming about 2 hours after she goes to bed, and like I co-sleep with Ali, so it's really hard for me to kind of sneak away and get to her, and she's not really been settling for Mikey or anything like that, so it has been really hard. And I think that's the worst part. I hate using the word worst because it sounds very negative, doesn't it? But it's the trickiest part of having 2 babies, when your older one still needs you a lot of the time, and you can't just go and cuddle her. Like, if it was up to me, I would be sleeping next to her all night, and it's like I can't do that. She comes into our room a lot of the time, which helps, but it just doesn't always work out that way, you know. And it's really hard because you feel like you just want to be split into 2 people. I wish I could clone myself sometimes, but I think it's the worst thing, like being stuck, I guess, with the little one who's breastfeeding and co-sleeping, and I guess needs you more in a way, because he doesn't have any understanding of the world, and if mummy leaves him, he thinks he's literally being left out in the... We forget that we are mammals, we are animals, we are in the animal kingdom, you know. So I think when you have children, when you have a baby, it brings out that kind of like primal side to you. And yeah, obviously your babies have that. They have that innate knowing of danger, and they don't know that we're not out in the wild living with the bears and the tigers and the scary lions, are we, Ali? So yeah, it's really hard, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I guess I'm finding it hard, and I think it's a lesson that I just have to accept sometimes, that I can't fix everything. I guess you do want to fix everything as a mum, and sometimes you just can't, and that's okay. Yeah, learning to give myself grace. It's very hard sometimes. But yes, welcome to the episode anyway. Let's get into it. I'm very excited. I had this idea earlier on in the week because I am super busy. I've got a crazy puppy, that's for sure. Baby, who is teething. Isla, who is a sassy, strong-minded little girl. And yeah, on top of it all, I am trying to hold my relationship together, trying to keep the house in order, trying to get everyone fed and looked after all day, and on top of that, running my business as well. And it's blimmin' hell. Like, sometimes I finish the day and I look back and I'm like, wow, I've done a lot today. Like, I like applaud myself for how much I've managed to do. It's just crazy sometimes. How am I doing it? And do you know what it is? If I look back on the old version of me, before, I would say before kids, right? But not even before kids. Before I had Ali, I would say, I would look back on me and I never would have been able to have this kind of strength that I have today. And motherhood is such a powerful thing because it really forces you to reflect, I guess, on your life, on who you are as a person, and how much you change after each baby just blows my mind. And I think it's really down to his birth. His birth, if you don't know already, was a 3.5 day back-to-back labour. So if you don't know what back-to-back means, it means that Ali was in an optimal position. His back was facing towards my back, so his head was in a different position on my cervix, is the easiest way I can describe it. So when my contractions were pushing him down, I was feeling it all in my back, and it was very intense. And those back-to-back labours are usually longer and more painful. So yes, that was me, 3.5 days of it. And, you know, I was running on low energy towards the end. I hadn't eaten anything in over a day, and it was a very powerful, very intense labour, which I guess you don't hear many hypnobirthing teachers admit that or say that. But yes, I'm very honest on here, and it was intense. It was difficult, but through that difficulty, I found pure inner strength. And it's like, I think a big part of it is at the end of that 3.5 day labour, I managed to push him out. And I mean, I was a VBAC woman. So having a vaginal birth after a cesarean, which it's really tricky to do that in the maternity system when they are very worried about your scar. They're putting their fears onto you. They are offering lots and lots of intervention a lot of the time. And I did it in the end. I pushed him out all by myself. And that bit at the end, that pushing bit, I was pushing for a long time. I had zero energy left, but I found it within me. I dug so deep within myself and found this primal energy that just came out of nowhere, and he came out into the world, and I did that. And I was on such a buzz after, like the next day, after like we got some sleep. I think I got about 4 hours sleep. And I woke up in the morning, I just looked at him there and I was like, wow, I did that. Wow. So yeah, I guess that's where my superpower, I guess I call it, is a superpower, began. But there are things that I do, some tips, some tricks, and they are out of the box things. Like you're not going to hear me say on this episode, oh, you know, you're a tired mum, go and have a bath, go and have a break, call on your village, go and meditate, do this, do that. Very generic things to do, and yes, they will have a place. Yes, have a break. Yes, go and rest. It's very important to rest. Go to a yoga class, go meditate, go have a nice relaxing bubble bath. It's all a given, really. Like, if you're tired, obviously go and do those things, go take a nap, right? But I am gonna touch on some out of the box things that I guess has surprised me in motherhood, of actually when I expend, is that a word? Expel? I don't know. When I use more energy, I get more energy, right? So my tip number one, I'm going to say, is to get outside. Get outside in some fresh air. Breathe it in. If you've got a nature spot around you, if you've got the sea around, if you're lucky enough to have the seaside, I mean, not everyone is, but if some woodland, even if it's a park, just go find some trees, go find some nature, have a walk. It livens me up anyway. Like, I can be so exhausted and think, I cannot be bothered to go for a walk today. I cannot be bothered. But obviously, when you've got a dog, you have to, especially a working Cocker Spaniel, you have to get out of the house. And I think, as much of a pain Bob is, I'm very grateful that we got him, because it did get us out of the house when we needed it the most. It gets us out every single day, and it is the best thing you can do, because it just calms everyone's nervous systems down. And I guess that's the thing, right? The nervous system is your stress response. So if you are tired and you're not getting out of the house, your babies are more likely to be unhappy. Your dog is more likely to be unsettled. And that just wires your nervous system up. And if there's anything that uses up the most energy, it is your nervous system in that stress response, in that fight or flight mode. You're just going crazy inside. Your adrenaline spikes, and your body, back to those primal feelings, right? Your body thinks it has to fight danger away or run away from it. So it's going to use so much energy up in your body to do that. So literally, choose the path of least resistance. Sometimes that means you are going to have to use more energy to get yourselves all ready and out the house. I mean, we all know how hard that is, right? But once you are out, and it is so much easier to parent outside than it is inside the house. So get out for a walk is a number one. Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be a walk. Go to a play group, go somewhere. Ali, if you're watching on YouTube, that is bloody hilarious. He's just whacked me in the face with the phone case that he's playing with. He does have toys, I promise you, my babies have toys. But if I put him down on the floor now, he's going to go right for my tripod, and he's loving this phone case, so I'm just going to go with it, even if I get hit in the face with it. He's funny. Yes, go out with your other mum friends. Let the kids play together, and you can just sit and have your coffee and a snack, little cake from the coffee shop, stuff like that. Yeah, that conserves your energy as well. So I feel like that kind of leads me into number two, which is finding adult company. So we don't have a village in our society, at least I don't. I'm very much alone a lot of the time. I found like finding other mums that I really, really get along with really helps. Just to have that adult company in the day, where if they can see you feeling a bit frustrated with your kid, like they can step in and be like, oh no, let's come and do this. And someone to do things with is really nice. And I think I do need to take my own advice on that one, because sometimes I'm so caught up in my work, so motivated with it, that I do forget to meet up with people, which is really silly. So I'm going to make that my goal, actually, to meet up with more people, get out more with like actual other adults, because it is draining. It's draining being the only adult all day long with your kids. Sometimes, like, I just feel like a child myself by the end of it all. So tip number 3 is, what's tip number 3, Ali? Tip number 3 is to do things that light you up, okay? Find your passion. I really truly believe that as a person, you don't know exactly who you are, what your life purpose is, until you have children. At least that's been my experience. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments, or just message me, because I would really love to hear your thoughts on it. But that is my true belief. It's like we grow up, right? And there's such a pressure to know what you want to do with your life and get a job down before you have kids, and know what your life purpose is before you have kids. But how can you truly, if you're a person that wants kids, of course, like if you don't want kids, then whatever, you know, but if you do want a family, babies change you. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, babies change you so much. Bob, stop digging. I am a totally different person to what I was before children, right? I was lost before kids. Like, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, with my career. I thought I wanted to go travelling and do this and that, but I mean, there was always a very deep knowing and deep urge to have babies. That was like something missing from my life, right? Until I had Isla. And yeah, like after Isla, it just all clicked. My passions, what I wanted to do. And I mean, what has this got to do with conserving your energy? Well, I found that my work energizes me. I'm so passionate about supporting women, supporting them through their pregnancies, their birth and beyond, and also being that support for their family as well. I'm so deeply passionate about it. Like, I care so much about it that it lights me up. Like, I could literally be sat in a restaurant. Me and Mikey were out for our date, childless, the other week, and there was a mum there, and she come in, like, her hair was scraped back in a ponytail, and she had her baby with her, who was around, she must have been around 4 months old, and she was she was sat there about to latch her baby on to breastfeed. Like, it was clearly her first baby. Like, you can just tell when it's someone's first, can't you? Because she had this like breastfeeding cover that it was a really good one. Like, I wonder where she got it from, but she put it around her neck. It was one that kind of hooked around her neck, and it was quite big. And she was kind of like fiddling with that, latching her baby on, and like trying to hide her baby feeding, and the baby just kept pulling it away, and she was getting all flustered and all like, oh my God, all stressed out. And her husband was trying to help her, and then like when they were going, she was getting the baby in the carrier, and her partner was doing it up at the back, and he was just like such a support. They were laughing through it all, and people were smiling at them, and I was just sat there just like in awe of like, wow. Like, I was looking at her thinking, she's getting flustered, she's thinking, why have I braved coming out? And I'm just embarrassed and all these people are staring at me and this and that. Her baby just was not playing ball. Her baby was just like, no, I don't want this cover over my face, and like pulling it away. And I just thought, you are doing the best job ever. Like the best job ever. You've just brought a brand new human into the world 3-4 months ago, and you've managed to get out of the house and go for a meal with your partner. Like, that's amazing. And you're doing such a fantastic job, and like you don't even see it. And yeah, like I was just sat there just smiling, just in awe of this woman. And yeah, it lights me up. It's a passion of mine, and it does truly, truly light me up. Ali's trying to get my microphone, bless him. Can't have it, sweetheart. And it energizes me because I want to do it. It's work that I really want to do. It's work that I feel is important. And it's like I'll have an idea and I'm like, yes, get it done, get it out there. Ali, do you want to have a look at Mummy's crystal? You might think that's cool. Look, what's this? Look. Ooh, this is a shiny one. So yeah, find your passion. If you're currently thinking like, oh, I can't do, this is my passion, but I can't do it because of X, Y, and Z. And that was me. Like literally, I thought of every reason under the sun why I shouldn't become a hypnobirthing teacher. Even when I had Ali, I was like, maybe I should go back to uni and study to be a midwife. It's like, why? Why do that to yourself, Hayley? Do not go back to uni. Keep going with your passion. And I'm so glad I have. And it does light me up. It energizes me. I cannot stop talking about it. And it is amazing. So yeah, the days where I am super sleep deprived, I'm running on like 2 hours sleep, I still manage to get like 4 hours of work done around the kids because it lights me up. So find your passion. And I guess that leads to hobbies as well. Find some hobbies that you enjoy. Things that make you happy, and do it without feeling guilty, because you can't, as the saying goes, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You just can't. Think of yourself as a role model for your babies. In however many years' time, when they are adults and you are older and you are wiser and they have children, think about it like, would you want them to have their hobbies, have things that make them happy still? Or would you want them burning themselves out, not looking after their deep desires? I feel like anything that you do as a parent that makes you happy, it's going to make your children happy too, because your children love nothing more than seeing you happy. Just like you love nothing more than seeing your babies happy. Your babies love it when you're happy. They think it's great. So literally any hobby that you have, there will be some sort of job you can give your child, I'm sure. There are some days where the TV is going to be on all day for your toddler or your older children, however old they are. So sometimes, just if you're feeling like there's a day where you literally cannot face getting out of the house, if there's a day where you cannot face anything but your phone screen, and you just want to sit and just be and just get everyone through the day, there is no shame in that. Whatever keeps you guys the most happy, the most calm, is the best thing to do. So yeah, I've definitely had lots of days like that. I'm not go all the time. I am not motivated all the time. I'm not someone who lives their life outside all the time. There are days where Mikey texts and he's like, I'm going to be home late, or it's shopping day, so I know he's going to be home late, and like, right, TV's going on. What do you want to watch, Isla? And I just pick my battles that day. I just pick my battles very wisely, and whatever she wants, she has within reason. And I just feed Ali, and I just feed Isla, I feed myself, I feed Bob, and I get through the day. And I'm like, Mikey, you're gonna have to just take Bob for a walk when you get home. No matter how late it is, he's just gonna have to wait for his walk, and that's fine. I'm sat here saying, keep your nervous systems calm. And what is going on upstairs? It's like a bloody stampede up there. Mikey's chasing her around. And then he wonders why she wakes up all night. Because her nervous system is not regulated before bed. It's like my turn for nighttime, for bedtime. I'm like keeping it calm, like reading stories really calmly, and I'm like, Isla, do some breathing exercises. Isla, think of happy things. When he takes her up to bed, it's like stomp, 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 stomp. Laughing, laughing, laughing. They're literally playing chase up there. But anyway. A tarot message for anyone who needs to hear it today. Today we have the Ace of Pentacles. This card is a gift from the universe. It means that it's basically a seed of potential that's planted in rich, fertile soil. So in this case, this could be a reminder that even in the chaos of daily life, there is space for new beginnings. Isn't it, Ali? It might be the start of a new chapter in your parenting journey, a fresh routine, or even a small shift in mindset that creates a big ripple in your home. So this is a sign to trust in what you're building, whether you're looking after your baby, your children, an idea, or yourself. This is fertile ground. So take that small step you've been thinking about, no matter how tiny. It could grow into something deeply fulfilling. It also reminds us to stay grounded. Motherhood can shake things up. It can shake the ground underneath us. But just returning to the simple things, which could be nourishment, rest, connection, can be the most powerful form of growth. So if you've been waiting for a sign that it's okay to begin again, change things up, or to invest in yourself, even in small ways, this is it. So I really hope this tarot message resonated with you today. And if it did, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to hear all about it. Ali's just playing the tambourine in the background. So yes, please, I would love it if you could give me 5 stars, rate this podcast, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves. Bye.